Hello everyone, this is Bill Apter from OneWrestling.com. Early in my life, I was in the entertainment field. Not wrestling entertainment, but singing and doing comedy. And I had my own radio show in New York on WHBI 105.9 FM. I bought my own time. And to get guests on that show, this was in the mid to late 60s, I would call their press agents and ask if I could interview them when they were at Westbury. So some of those interviews have already been posted here on OneWrestling.com, like Liberace, Robert Goulet, and many others. Here's one of my favorites because I just found out that Bill Cosby was going to make a comeback coming back to do a family series. Always loved Cosby as a stand-up comedian. So in the late 60s, I got to interview him at Westbury Music Fair. So let's listen.
During the interview, Bill, sometimes I fall into a habit naturally of talking like you.
I see.
Yes, it gets like that. Oh.
Now, by the way, you'll see that the sound is a little weird, where it sounds like we're talking like this. That's this tape recorder and the speed of the tape recorder that I originally recorded on, so it's different. So let's listen.
Okay, this is Bill Apter, and we're speaking to Bill Cosby. Bill, you play a teacher on the TV show, The Bill Cosby Show. Do you have any ambition to go into teaching, as they say, in real life?
Oh yes, I've announced my retirement from show business. I announced it on the Tonight Show last Friday, and I'm going to the University of Massachusetts to study as long as I want to.
That, by the way, was the Tonight Show when Johnny Carson hosted it.
And teach.
What will you be teaching?
I don't think that's really anything that I can nail down as much as I just want to get certain philosophies across.
Right.
Work to make the environment better for the poorer people in this country.
Bill, you started out in small clubs down in Greenwich Village, which I remember. Do you remember when your first break came? Who gave it to you?
There are many breaks. I would say the first break was given to me by my cousin. At the time, he had a television show that went on the air at 1 o'clock in the morning after the Tonight Show. And he used to let me warm up the audience.
On Sermonette? What is that?
No. It was called the Del Shields Show. And he used to let me warm up the audience.
Right.
And after that, I started getting a little germ there, and I'd go down to certain bars and audition and do my stuff. And, I think there are fewer people who wouldn't let me. I could call out names, not names, but I remember instances where I wanted to perform in a place, and somebody would say no without even giving me a chance. I know a couple of guys who turned me down, right in my own hometown.
I haven't heard
but
this
today,
in years.
they say, well, it wasn't my...
Wish we would have seen that kid, right? How did you make the transition from a comic into an actor?
I was given a job, and I worked 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And with the help of, Bob Culp and Sheldon Leonard.
I Spy.
Worked hard at it. 12 hours a day. It's a good workshop.
Did you do your own stunts on I Spy, or did they have, in other words, did you have to practice like karate and falls and things like that?
No, I never went to karate school. I just figured since I was an athlete anyway in college that whatever I had to do would come naturally. And the guy would show me the moves. I always have a stunt man. I don't want to do anything really, because I don't have anything to prove that way.
Okay. Bill, if you were to write a story about your life, the life of Bill Cosby, do you have any idea what you'd title it?
Well, if you're talking about just as the entertainer, I might title it The Rise and Fall of Disenchantment.
Interesting. And finally, one last question. Bill, you're known as the toilet flushing champion of the world.
You want a toilet flush?
No, I want to know how you got the title.
How I got the title?
Yeah. With jackets and everything.
Where?
When you were young.
Oh, yes, because I used to put my brother in the toilet and flush him down there.
Is that how you got the title? Was that it?
Of course. There are many fellows who tried to get their brothers down the toilet.
Right.
I mean, to get rid of them so they'd have more room in the house and more clothing. Well, I did it. But Russell came back.
How did he get back?
Swam. He is known as the toilet swimming champion of the world.
That was my interview in the late 60s with Bill Cosby. If you enjoyed this, I'll gladly sit here and listen to a lot more of these celebrity interviews I did back in the late 60s and early 70s right here on, well, it's an Apter chat. So thanks. Leave a comment, please. This is Bill Apter. See you at the matches and in the theater.